Hey guys, it's Melissa here from melissaoatman.com. Welcome to another episode of Awaken Your Inner Awesomeness. If you are new, I really want to welcome you. If you're returning, welcome back. So today I want to talk to you all about trusting the divine process, and also trusting divine timing. If you have said a lot of prayers for something in your life and you feel like you're not seeing things happening, this episode is for you, because I'm here to talk today about how to have faith, how to trust, and how things can align for you if you are patient and if you are trusting and you have a little faith in the divine. So I want to welcome you to another episode. I am so glad that you are with me here today. Many of you are trying to manifest amazing things in your life. And of course, why wouldn't you? You deserve all the best. But the problem with manifesting comes when people have a hard time trusting. It's hard to trust, especially if you have had trust issues your whole life. And let's face it, many of us have. If you had any kind of childhood trauma, you probably have trust issues. But the problem is, when we want to manifest things, one of the biggest things is to set it and forget it, which means that you put your manifestation out there and you let go and you let God. That let go and let God part can be so hard, especially because many of us who did not have control over things that happened to us when we were young, we want to control everything that happens to us as adults. It makes sense because as a child, you had to do what your parents said, you had to go where they said to go. All of those things, you didn't have any kind of control over your life. And if you had an unsafe environment or it was very chaotic, well, yeah, you're not going to trust, right? And so as an adult, you want to try to control every little thing and maybe micromanage every little thing because you couldn't do that as a child. You didn't have the control. So as an adult, you want to over control everything because you think you're doing what's best for you. I get it. I've had those issues myself as an adult, and I've had to learn to let go of control. Things are happening in my life where I'm having to learn how to trust and rely on divine timing and also divine connections. It's not even just about divine timing. It is also about divine connection. What a lot of people really fail to remember is that we can ask the universe to put people on our path who can help us get to where we want to go. I think so many people forget to do that. Yes, it's great to win the lottery or to have so much money or to have your dream job or that dream relationship. But it's so important to be aligned with all of that. And to have people aligned on your path who can help you get to where you're going. Because if you're surrounded by people who are constantly negative, you're going to be slowed down in getting where you want to go because those people kind of drag you down to their level. It's important to always be in the presence of people who pull you up to their level. So I always ask the universe, not only for the thing I want to manifest, but also, can you put people in my path to help? I have not seen this come true more than I have in my life right now. I don't want to talk about this to death, but many of you know that my mom has pancreatic cancer and it's spread. So we are looking at alternative measures right now. And when I took my mom to her oncology appointment on Thursday, we went in hoping for the best, and we basically got, we don't know. This is probably going to be for the rest of your life. We're sorry. We don't have answers. Go with it. It was so super frustrating. So frustrating. But I didn't lose faith. I have said all along, please put us in the path of people who can show us the way, show us what we need to do next, and to help us on this journey. And people have showed up in numbers. I am not kidding you. And it's not from my podcast. It's not from me being out in the public and saying, somebody help. It's not that. Although people have reached out and said, we're praying and we're sending positive thoughts, which is amazing. Thank you for all of you who have done that. But there have been people who have just said, and people I work with who have said, hey, I know somebody who also had this kind of cancer and they beat it. Do you want me to put you in touch with them? And so they did. And I talked to the person and they're like, yeah, they had a regimented program that they stuck to. And they're like, yeah, I can help you. I can show you what I did. I can get you the stuff. I can help you figure it out. So people have showed up in numbers to help us. And we're beyond speechless. Like, it's crazy the people who have showed up and said, you need to do this, you need to do that. And we've got a lot of different things going on. But I truly believe it is because we sent a message out to the universe. Please put us on the path of people who can help. And what's funny, and I'm saying this not out of ego, but just I've had listeners who have reached out to me and said, I have asked the universe to put me on the path of people who can teach me or help me. And then they suddenly found my podcast, or they found my website, or they found something that led them to me. And I truly believe that, because I have found others that way too. I have found my mentors and my teachers through just sending that out to the universe. Like, hey, please put me on the path of anyone who can help me get to where I'm wanting to go. And you have to be a little specific about what you want, right? Like, this is what I want. With my mom, it was like, okay, she has cancer. We want her to be cancer-free and living an amazing life, healthy and happy. Please put us on the path of people who can help us achieve that. And people have just showed up almost out of nowhere. Just when I'm having a conversation with someone and kind of telling them about what we've been going through, them saying, hey, I know someone who went through the same thing and they're cancer-free now and they can tell you what they did and they can help you. It's like that, like people just showing up out of nowhere. So if you are sitting there struggling with anything in your life, I want to encourage you not to just ask for the help that you need. You know, we need to think outside the box. And this is funny. It's not funny, but I think it's ironic because, or maybe a coincidence. The book that has helped us a lot was called Cancer, Think Outside the Box. And what I'm telling you right now is to think outside of the box. Don't just ask for what you want and say, okay, I want to be healthier, I want to lose weight, or I want to be rich, or I want to be this, or I want to be that. Also think about asking the universe to put you on the path of people who can help you achieve what you want to achieve. Because here's the honest truth. I would love to just say, yeah, I want my mom to be cancer-free and envision it and it happens. But we have to put some work in towards our goals. That's just the truth. We do. Manifestation isn't just about praying and it just happens. It is about taking actionable steps towards what you want and having faith and believing. And it's a lot easier to believe that things can happen when people suddenly show up and say, I want to help you. And that has happened to me many times in my life where I didn't know where to turn and I said, please put people on my path. And all of a sudden people show up and they're like, I want to help you. And you have to be open to receiving the help that people want to bring in. That's another part of it. If someone says, I want to help you, and you're like, no. You have to be open to receiving the help that shows up. Because the universe uses people in so many different ways. It's incredible. And I want you to be open to the fact that when you ask for people to show up in your life, they're going to show up in numbers. They really, truly are. It's amazing. I mean, even I have a cousin who came to visit this past week, which is why I didn't do the Facebook Live, because she came, she showed up, she called and said last minute, like, I'm coming into town, and I hadn't seen her in years. So I thought, okay, I owe it to my family to spend some time with her, and I want to see her, of course. So I didn't do the live, and I had actually posted something that was supposed to say there's, no live this week. It didn't post, and it's just, I don't know. Facebook is not really working so well this week. I just have to say that. So I apologize to those of you who may have been waiting for the Facebook Live this week, but I tried to post something. It didn't post. I didn't see that it didn't post until a few days later, but that's why I didn't do the Facebook Live, because I had family in town. And the thing is, my cousin has a lot of disabilities and issues going on. And even she showed up like giving my mom, hey, I'm selling these vitamins and I think they could help you, and trying to do research. So we're getting help from so many unexpected sources. It's crazy. But I know it's not really crazy. What it is, it's divine intervention. The divine is answering prayer and showing up in a way that is just astounding. Like, yeah, I'm going to show up and put all of these people in your path. People you never even thought could help you want to show up and help you. And that's really what's truly happening in our lives. So I wanted to do this podcast to open your minds, not simply to ask for the blessing you're looking for, right? I mean, that's great. Of course, ask for that. But be open to also being creative about how you ask for things. Not just asking, so many people, and I hear this all the time, I want the winning lottery numbers. That would be amazing. I'm not saying it can't happen to you, but that's generally not the way the universe works. What generally happens is you have to believe that something could happen for you. And you have to put a little faith and action towards it. So it's a lot easier to manifest in ways where you ask, please put me on the path to where I can find a job where I make a lot of money. Or I find people who can help me invest, or things like that. Again, I'm not disqualifying the lottery thing. I'm not saying you'll never win the lottery. But there are better ways, I think, and ways that will manifest more quickly and easier than asking for the winning lottery ticket. Like asking to lead you to places where you could make multiple streams of income. Lead me to amazing job opportunities. Those are the things that are going to help you more than just saying, I want the winning lottery numbers. Yeah, you do, and so does the rest of the world. Of course, that would be amazing. And again, while I'm not saying it can't happen, I'm saying there are better ways to manifest things that can happen and that you will believe will happen, because that's the big thing too, is you have to believe that you can manifest what you want to manifest. And believing that you're just going to win the lottery, most people don't truly believe that deep down. So it's all about matching your energy. So if instead you ask, help me to manifest people coming into my life who can help me make money easily, that's a better way to do it, because you're more likely to believe that. And that's a lot easier for the universe to pull off anyway, is to line you up with ways that you can love what you do, make a lot of money, and be happy. Asking for alignment is so much better than just something falling out of the sky. It really, truly is. And I don't want to discourage anyone from thinking they can manifest anything. But if you know a thing or two about manifesting, you have to believe that you deserve what's coming to you. You have to believe it can happen to you. All of these things. And for most of us, believing that you're going to win the lottery isn't necessarily something that you're going to immediately be able to do. Because many of us have money stories we've been struggling with for our whole lives. So thinking, yeah, I'm going to win the lottery tomorrow, even though you really probably want to, I get it. It may not necessarily happen if you don't truly believe that you're capable and that you deserve it. And that's where those old money stories come in. They often trip us up from what we really want to manifest. But that is why working on ourselves is so super important. Getting rid of those old money stories, figuring out where they come from, getting rid of them. But I really truly think if we were to think outside of the box and ask, instead of saying, make me rich tomorrow or let me win the lottery tomorrow, instead saying, help me to find a job I love that helps me to make money, that helps me to support a lifestyle I love, that's more believable, a lot easier for the universe, and you're probably going to take actionable steps towards that. The only actionable steps you can take towards winning the lottery is buying a lottery ticket. And again, it can happen to you. I'm not saying it can't. I don't want to discourage anyone. But I'm just saying, that's the only real actionable step that there is towards winning the lottery. But if you want to do things that make a difference, where you love your job, you make money, all of those things, there are a lot more actionable steps you can take. I'm going to put my resume out. I'm going to start looking for things. I'm going to love what I do. Putting all of that out there really helps you. I just want you to think outside of the box when it comes to manifesting or asking the universe for help. Because most of us are so stuck in that mindset of the universe can only help if I do this or I do that, or it can only come in this way or that way. That's so not true. The universe can put people on your path who want to help you. They just want to help. And I think about a time when I was in the grocery store and there was an older lady who was on a fixed income, and she had someone who helped her do her grocery shopping. The cashier was ringing up her groceries, and she was over the amount that her federal assistance would allow her to get. And my heart sank because I was like, oh gosh, she reminded me of my grandmother. And I thought, can't imagine my grandmother being in a line and that happening to her. And luckily the person in front of me, it's in between the two of us, said to the cashier, how much is she over? Because the lady who was helping her shop said, I'll go put a few things back. And the person in front of me said, no, how much is she over? And she said $5 or $6. And the person said, no, I got it. Don't make her put anything back. I'll get it. And the cashier was like, oh my gosh, that's so nice of you. Thank you. But the universe can assist us in so many ways. That was, to me, the universe aligning someone to be with this person to help her be able to get the groceries she needed without having to put anything back. Just saying, yeah, I'll do it. I mean, I know a person who always pays for the Starbucks behind him just because that's the nice thing to do. But that person may not realize he's being a blessing to the person behind him. Maybe that morning the person behind him said, I really shouldn't get a Starbucks because I really can't afford it. But it's the only thing that I have to look forward to going to this job I hate. And maybe he paid for the person behind him and that person was like, thank you so much for blessing me. You don't know the blessing that you are to someone else or that someone else can be to you. The universe has such amazing ways of lining people up to help one another. Seriously, it's incredible. I've seen so many things in my short life. Okay, it's not that short. I'm midlife. But anyway, let's not get caught up in that. You know what I mean. I've seen so many things in my life where people have just stepped up out of nowhere to help someone else. And I know it wasn't for no reason. I know the divine is involved in orchestrating, this person's going to show up for this person and this person's going to show up for this person. You've probably showed up for someone else and helped them without realizing you were part of the divine's plan to help someone. Someone's probably showed up for you in the same way. It all works out for a reason. So don't be so stuck and closed-minded when you ask the universe to help you. Sometimes they bring courses forward or people forward that can help you get to where you want to go. That's happened in my life too. I'm working with a business coach right now who's like trying to help me take it to the next level, to reach more people. And I have all kinds of guests who come forward who are like, yeah, I want to help get your message out. Or can you be on my podcast? Just expanding and doing so many things to help one another to try to get our messages out. And for no other reason. It's not a selfish thing. It's a let's help the world. Let's get our message out. Let's inspire people. Let's motivate people. Let's help them heal. We're all working together for that same reason. And I truly have seen in my own life the way the universe will step up and bring people forward in my life to help with that. And I have had guests on where, to me, it was just having a guest on. I love all of my guests and it's great to have guests on. But I would have a listener reach out later and say, thank you so much for having that person on because it helped me with, and they would name the thing that they were struggling with. That's why we do what we do. Because we want to help people heal. I have limited expertise. The people I bring on have different expertise that they bring on. So say to the universe, put people in my path who can help me with whatever it is you're looking for. And I promise you, they will show up, probably in numbers. And it's amazing because I will have the most random guests show up. And I always think to myself, okay, there may be somebody who needs to hear this message. There may be someone who prayed for this message. So I need to look at every guest who approaches me as, can this benefit my audience? And I hope it can. We all have our opinions. You may like one guest more than another. That's fine. But somebody may have needed to hear that particular message. And I will go to my grave believing that the universe has aligned people to come on my show, to work with me, to do different things, because people have needed someone to show up for them. And I hope in some small way I've been able to show up for you. I know many of my listeners have showed up for me in my life, and I will be eternally grateful for that. But let's be open to how the universe can align us with exactly what we need and who we need at the moment we need it. And let's trust and have faith that the universe is smarter than we are. We don't always know what we want, but the universe knows exactly what we need, when we need it, and for however long we need it. We need to start having more faith and trust that the universe is aligning everything. As I always say, the universe is working behind the scenes on your behalf to bring you what's for your highest good in divine timing. There are so many things going on behind the scenes that you have no idea about. You're not seeing it. You're not hearing it. It may look like you're going through your life and nothing's happening. Things are happening. Things are aligning in your favor. All you have to do is have faith. And when that comes into your life, the gratitude that you show and stepping up and saying, I claim this, I thank you, this was meant for me. The universe is amazing. If you have that attitude, amazing things are going to show up for you. So I hope that you will think about that and rethink the way that you pray for things to show up in your life. And I hope you have amazing things showing up in your life because you deserve it and you are so deeply loved. All right, guys. Well, I pulled a card for you today. Before I reveal the card, I want to remind you, if you like this podcast and if it helps you, you can join me over on Patreon. And instead of 3 episodes a week, you will get 5 episodes a week. For the basic plan, you will get 2 extra episodes a week commercial free. Plus, when I do interviews with people, you will get the video of our interviews. And if you join the all-exclusive plan, or all-inclusive plan, I should say, you will also get readings each week, guided meditations, EFT tappings, and more. So please join me over on Patreon. I would love to have you. So the card I pulled for you today is from the Archangel Oracle deck by Doreen Virtue. And I don't believe this is any kind of coincidence, but the card is prosperity. So those of you who have been praying for financial help or love or whatever, some sort of prosperity coming into your life, here's your sign. It's on its way. It's Archangel Ariel. It says your material needs are provided as you follow your intuition and manifest your dreams into reality. I love that. Claim it, believe it, it's coming, and ask that the universe bring the people into your life who can help you make this a reality. I want to thank you so much for following me. As always, if you like this podcast, please subscribe. Please leave a positive review from wherever you're listening. But the greatest compliment you can pay me is to share this podcast with anyone you think might also enjoy it. Don't forget to follow me on social media. I go live Mondays at 6:30 Central on Facebook, where I do a free card reading. If you show up for the live, I'll pull a card especially for you. And if you want to work with me, if you are led to work with me, if I'm one of those people who showed up in your life to help you, which I would be honored to do, you can go to my website, melissaoatman.com. You can either book a free discovery call with me where we can jump on a call quickly to see how I might best serve you. You can reach out to me, or you can purchase a session from my website and then contact me to schedule it. I offer Reiki, one-on-one coaching, past life regression, and also readings. The readings are becoming quickly a favorite, and I love doing those for people. But I would love to work with you, so please don't hesitate to reach out. I hope you are having a beautiful day from wherever you're listening. As always, I am sending you so much love and light, and I will talk to you soon. Bye, guys.